having to do with community engagement or social justice or some form. And I don't think this
Mm.
is surprising, but I think it's really healthy. The outward focus within the local community, and then the context of the local community influencing the congregation more than the congregation shaping the local community or the local context. Um, this isn't a story that represents some sort of structure around that, because I find that it starts like unfolding liquid with no structure.
Mhm.
I don't mean no, that's an exaggeration, but I'm with a pastor. I'm white. The pastor's black, and is clergy person in Indianapolis. I'm out to lunch with this pastor, and we're at the Olive Garden. This was a few years back. I don't know if Olive Garden's still a franchise. So, right. Speaking of changing culture,
That's right.
um,
That's right.
so everyone there knows him. I mean, it's just like everybody at this Olive Garden knows him, and they all address him as pastor. Anyway, we're going back to the church. He's driving. There's two young men who are fighting in the street. I mean, it's fisticuffs. They're one around the neck and fists flying. Pastor gets out of the car, and he does say to me, "Stay in the car." Uh, but I think it was partly for my safety, but also because I'd mess it up, what he was about to do. And so he goes out there. They stop. Pastor's there. I'm watching, I don't know the words. I'm watching a 5-minute conversation. And at the end, the two men shake hands. And the pastor comes back and is in the car with me. And he turns to me and he says, "That's ministry." And it's a simple story. And there's much more I don't know quite the right words, because I was about to say that's more robust in terms of what I'm thinking in terms of community engagement. And this congregation does real robust engagement with their community, or the community with the congregation. But just that phrase that out in the streets, uh, showing my age, there's an old Doobie Brothers album called "Taking It to the Streets."
Right.
And that's what that pastor did. And then he gets in the car and he goes, "That's ministry." He's not speaking from the pulpit. He's not at the baptismal. I mean, they're literally in the streets. And so that's a mini example of congregations taking all kinds of things on larger scales out into the street. And really what's really happening is the streets teaching the gospel.